Hello guys, welcome to the stream. Just going to do a quick audio test. Hello guys, welcome to the stream. We're here in Reus, in Spain, very close to Barcelona actually. A very popular holiday airport actually. Lovely scenery I found for actually, really nice, quite high quality for some free scenery that. And I thought, yeah, let's take this plane down to Gatwick. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So here in Reus, quite a small airport actually. Also to help performance down in the Gatwick area, I have actually gone and turned off the Bournemouth scenery so that the Gatwick should perform, because that Bournemouth scenery is very high detail mixed with the Gatwick scenery, causing terrible performance. So hopefully disabling that Bournemouth scenery will improve our performance in the Gatwick area, because recently in the last few weeks, which is when I installed the Bournemouth scenery, my game lags so much in the Bournemouth area. Like right now, inside the cockpit, I am getting 40 FPS, really smooth. And then as soon as we go down to Gatwick, it'll just drop to like 8 for no apparent reason. So, yeah. But we're on the ground here in Reus, which is Reus, and gate is 5. Don't know if it recognises that. It does, amazingly. And we're going to go ahead and ask GSX. Oh, never mind. We don't want to ask GSX just yet. We want to go to payload and get our zero fuel weight in. Zero fuel weight today is 57, just 57, and that's going to get everything in there. We're meant to have 147 packs, so that's something we'll tell GSX we have. Our GSX screen looks weird on top of the FMC there. Right, request boarding, and 147. Guess we use Menzies, I don't really know. Fuel. Fuel is going to be 8113 today. So there's only in the centre tank. There is a teeny bit in the centre tank. So we'll use that at cruise, because there isn't actually that much, so we'll just use it in cruise. Go ahead and I'll mix the emergency lights so that they're ready to go. All the signs and all the lights and everything need to go on. The APU is actually on, so I need to turn that off in exchange for some ground power. Obviously that's what you get with this startup phase, but never mind. There we go, cool. So that this can just sit here on the ground connections. No, we'll get it on the doors page actually, and we'll get on with planning our route for today. So heading down to EGKK down in Gatwick right now. We have full ATC. Well, not full. We have centre and ground. Hello in the chat. Hope you enjoy the stream. And centre literally just came online 10 minutes ago, so we actually have a chance of them being online when we get down there. But right now, no ATC. I mean, normally Spain is very empty, and Reus itself is a really small airport, so the chance of getting ATC is really low. Call sign today is Skyways 2058. And we are departing off runway 07 here in Reus. On the the Arbeck to Sierra. And then from Arbeck, we are going UN 863. I'm taking that to Giron. And then it's direct to Gonup. Direct to Manak. There we go. And then it is UT 183 to Tirav. And UT 501 as far as Suda. Quite a long route today, actually. It is a little bit of a detour, this route. It's like plus 10% on direct route, but it was the shortest route available to me. I think it's because of the stars down in Gatwick. Like, you have to approach from like one angle or another. It doesn't really suit planes coming from this area on the routing that I'm using quite so well. But in the end, it's only plus 10%, so not too bad. UN 867 then to FSX, and that is our route. So I go ahead and activate that, execute that. And arrival, we're going to be using ILS 26 left, I believe. There is an ATIS down in Gatwick. Yes, 26 left. Winds are 250 at 5 knots. Perfect then. ILS 26 left with the Willow transition and the Vasux 1 Golf. Arrival, execute that. We should see no discounts at all. However, there is a bit of a weird one where this Willow thing, if you remember, there's like a weird like little spiral that we do over Willow. What that is, it's just like sort of prep for a hold pattern, basically. Because obviously in the real world you're probably not going to get into Gatwick anytime soon without a holding pattern. So what we'll do Holly direct to May. We'll delete these 2 waypoints if it turns out that there's no approach control online or centre online, who will just vector us anyway from there. But yeah, normally you go to Holly and they give you vectors from Holly, is what they do if you don't need to hold. However, if there's no ATC, obviously you don't need to hold, but we don't need to bother doing this loop, so we'll just go Holly direct May. Because again, as I mentioned in a lot of these streams, the approach transitions that we have to follow aren't even really followed in the real world. They're meant for when radar coverage has stopped working. It literally says there on the chart, procedure to be used when radar control not available. Obviously in Vatsim, that is almost all the time, because you don't always get ATC, particularly this time of day. Cost next today is 25. Reserves are going to be, I suspect, somewhere around 2.4 normally. Something like that.
Thank you.
Reserves are 2.9, so a little bit more than usual. Must be a long. Let me guess. I bet Paris is our alternate. Yeah, I bet it is. I don't get Simbrief's alternate planning. It's so dumb. Like Manchester, Heathrow, Stansted. No, you pick Paris. Like, so dumb. But whatever. That's apparently our alternate. And transition level down in Gatwick is 7,000. Here in Reus, it is 6,000. And today we're cruising quite low. I don't really know why, but we're cruising at flight level 340. Nope, doesn't need a slash. 340. Execute that. IC deviation, if it will let me put that in, is +6.
Morning. Thank you.
I don't have to put in like the degrees mark, so I just put. Who knows? Okay, I don't know why it's just saying invalid entry, because I can't actually put in. That's what's weird. I can't actually put it in because there's no. Obviously, there is no.
Hello. Thank you.
Nice deviation, 737.
Hi, thank you.
Hello.
Who knows? I don't know, I just don't know how to put it into the FMC, basically. It just keeps saying invalid entry, which is kind of silly. I'm not putting it in, I don't know, it's weird, it's so weird. I guess we'll just have to leave that then. Because look, that key doesn't exist on our thing. Right, boarding has been completed, we can go ahead and fire up the APU now. And we'll get the pro-peats on, unit pumps on, packs off, and we'll let that all fire up. Yeah, I've spent ages faffing around with the ISA deviation when I don't need to, because it doesn't really matter. Because we still have the cruise winds. Cruise winds are 230 at 037. Put that in, and it wants me to close all the doors, obviously. And all the cargo doors will actually just go on to ground connections now for now. We'll turn on the parking brakes ready as well. APU's not quite on yet. We can turn on the fuel pumps actually. And we get the beacon light on as well. Cruise altitude 34,000 feet. Get that in there. And N1 limits. We're going to do a D-rate. No D-rates on the takeoff. 1 D-rate on the climb. Because there's absolutely no need to do a takeoff D-rate here because it's only an 8,000 foot runway. Actually, you know what? We'll do a D-rate of 1. That looks okay. And then take off, flaps 5. Just check the V-speeds do look okay. Fine. 138 is VR and 147 V2. Flight directors left side, right side. On the auto throttle, and then LNAV and VNAV. And runway heading is 069. Get that plugged in there. So there we go. And APU is now on, so we can go ahead and push back. And we'll tune ourselves onto Unicom. No need to announce on Unicom, there's literally nothing else, even pre-filed in or out of Reus, let alone anything else. As I said, it's a very quiet airport, in real life even, you know. 4.8 on the trim.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
4.88, there we go, 4.9 is the closest we're going to get. And that is it, that is all correct. Let's go to descent, and then forecast, transition level, 7,000. Put that in there, perfect. I mean, to be at 120 or above at Arbeck, that should not be too difficult, honestly. And then 340 all the way then on the route, until a little bit later on in the flight, obviously. So, we can go ahead and disconnect the ground power, disconnect the wheel chocks, and this can just go into the progress page. 700 miles, which is a little more than planned, a little more than the 680 planned, but obviously that's because of that little turn that we're doing at Willow. Right, let's go back to map mode now, and weather. We're going to go right, no, we're going to go left actually. I'm going to take the...
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
Okay, we're going to this exit point just beyond the place threshold.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Right, engine 2. We're going to start now. Auto brakes RTO. We can get a TCAS on now as well. To 20. We'll set it to 2200 and then on. And it should all be good. I'm going to introduce fuel on number 2. Start number 1. Everything's looking all good. Pushing back. So then push back now from stand 5. Just a very short taxi. So we'll just turn the landing lights and runway turn off on immediately because we are actually pushing back, literally next to the runway. Pretty much, you know, there's the runway holding, and this is where we're parking, literally the world's shortest taxi. This can go up to 34,000. There's no restrictions, so we've got to stay below on this departure. And the engines are now... Oh, I didn't introduce fuel on number 1. We'll do that now. And remember, the centre pumps we're going to use a bit later on. And
Set
engine
parking
into
brakes.
continuous, and we'll do that to the other one once it starts.
Confirmation for good engine start.
So yeah, just wait for the other engine to start. There it is, into continuous. So both into continuous, onto engine power now. Off goes the APU, and packs can go back into auto. And well, we'll just get the lights. We'll wait for the ground crew to disappear for the lights actually.
Unlocking gear.
Don't know why I'm positive I'm missing something. I'll just check this. Nope, the recall's all good. Oh no, I thought I had to turn something else on, but
Tow truck disconnected.
fuel pumps are all good.
Bypass pin removed.
APU's all good, signs are all good, packs are back to auto, all these are into continuous and everything's all good, no unexpected warnings, so everything is all good. So we'll let them disappear now.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
And we'll make sure this is set to weather and turbulence as well. There it is. Weather here is actually looking pretty good, unlike Madrid 2 days ago. When we flew in, that was not the best of weather. It wasn't the worst either. Right, flaps 1, 2, and 5 for takeoff. And away we go. And straight away, line lights and runway turn-offs, not going to bother with the taxi lights today, because literally, the runway's just ahead. Right, quick checklist. All that's good. All the trim set, and yeah, literally everything is done there. All good, and all brakes are on, all the brakes are RTO, and landing lights are on, and trim is set, and flaps are set, and all that. V-speeds are set, everything's all good to go. You can see there, ALNAV and VNAV are armed as well. We're doing a D-rate of 1 today, which should be fine. And you can see this is literally just the world's shortest taxi. Like, we're already here on the runway and ready to take off. So, there we go. Very straightforward departure. Literally, like, the first 7 miles are just going straight. We've got to be above 2,800 feet, basically, until 9 miles out. Right. And initial power. Start the clock there. And toga, D-rate 1. Off we go. Airspeed's live. Not really any wind here today, it was 3 knots, so pretty good. 8 knots.
V1.
It's V1.
V1.
Rotate.
V2.
And in the air we go. Positive rate, gear up. And introduce the speed. Just, put up the speed. Although then it just takes it back away from you, and here there's, so whatever. I've seen pilots do that in real life, they put it up afterwards, but it's fine. And pitch the plane down just a little bit. And start pitching the plane down a bit more now, so it can gain speed. And disarm the auto brakes, arm the gear, and off go, like lock the gear and off go the engine start switches, off go the runway turn offs. Pitching up a little bit too much here, so we'll just ease it down. I just realised I have not set a QNH, that's my own fault. Luckily it's only 1015, so it doesn't really affect us at all. There we go. And there you go, flaps 1 now. And then flaps up. And we'll turn on the autopilot now. Because we're allowed it to 250 knots now. And on we go. Speed increasing, and then we'll make the left turn then, round to Reus, and then up to Arbeck from there. And we'll turn on the centre pumps now, because we use our most fuel during climb, so that's when we'll hope to get rid of most of it. This seems to start climbing a bit quicker now that we're at 250 knots safely. However, it's actually going to wait a little bit, I think, until we're good. There's a little arc now round to Reus, and standard pressure. So there we go, up passing 8,000 now almost. Take a quick look outside, there we go, there's the airport back there. Looking lovely. Or as lovely as FSX can look. I've looked at the new game, because some YouTubers are actually allowed to make content on the game now. So I highly recommend you search YouTube for that. There's plenty of nice content on YouTube now about this new flight sim and what you could do in it, so I really can't wait to get my hands on it myself. I wasn't chosen for the beta, sadly. I did sort of sign up for it, but never got chosen, so never mind. Kind of expected. I did come out very late, so they probably picked everyone else over me. Decided it was so late, but just about to pass 10,000 now. Off go the landing lights. Wait until we pass Reus for the seatbelts, I think. Wait until we gain enough speed. And then we need to be above flight level 120 at Arbeck, which really shouldn't be a problem. See, now we're now starting to gain speed. There we go, starting to get out to 297 knots now, cruising today at Mach 767, not the best, but that's what, we're only cruising at 34,000 today, so not very high. Centre pumps are out of fuel, that's fine. Means we use the bowl our fuel nicely, and up to 80 nautical mile range here. 18 nautical. Did I say 90 or 80? I can't really remember, but whatever that is, yeah. And there we go. We are now turning towards Arbeck, which is the end of our SID, and we'll join an airway then. So unfortunately, no ATC at the moment, but maybe we'll get some later. Right now, full ATC over London, so. Well, not full, but it's enough to have coverage all the way down. It's centre, and then it's getting straight to ground. There's also delivery, but obviously that's irrelevant. Right, once we're levelled out from this turn, we'll go ahead and turn off the seatbelt signs. Yeah, we'll do it when we pass 15,000. That's like the perfect time, I think, to turn off the seat belts. There we go, we'll do it now. Everyone can now roam around back there. And there we go. Up in the air. Just checking the arrival there, but yeah, all good. And already we can set the arrival speed actually in there, because why not? That will change a lot by the time we actually get there, but we may as well just fill it in now, because why not? And there we go, up in the air, passing flight level 180 now. So we're more than halfway there to cruise. Obviously only cruising at 340 today, so not actually that high. Really, at least not what I'd call that high. Honestly, the weather here in Spain, look at that, not a cloud inside. That will change when we get down to Gatwick, that's for certain. Down in Gatwick now, right now, it is clear actually. No clouds reported. Winds 260 at 7 knots. Clear in H105, so not bad. It's 18 degrees down there. So pretty nice weather. Elevation is 203, so 200 on the landing altitude. Weirdly, I don't often fly into Gatwick with a 737. It tends to be a 787 or an A320, so something a little bit different today. Flight time today is 1 hour and 44 minutes, so not too bad, 1 hour 44. It's not the worst of flight times, not bad really. There we go. Oh, plane just did a little bit of a steep climb there briefly, I don't know why. It's apparently sort of climbable just short of Keyron, which is when we start having massive gaps. That big gap between a waypoint there, 180 miles. There aren't really others like that today. And we'll set the heading round actually now to our present heading. And all the lights up here looking good, everything's looking fine. No fuel in the centre tanks anymore. And recall comes back A-OK. Still positive temperature outside actually, that's nuts. 6 degrees at 23,000 feet, that's nuts. So that is true, that's true air temperature. I think that is the outside air, right? I mean, there's no other temperature I can actually look at, so. Doesn't mean we won't have a contrail forming for a while. That's for certain. So yeah, this flight's pretty good. I've got 640 miles left to run now. Apparently about an hour and a half until we get there. Hour and 33 minutes until we get there, leading to a flight time of 1 hour and 44 minutes, which is exactly what is planned. Pretty good. can see there, it's only just going below 0 at 26,000 feet. That's mad. How? I'm hoping London controls to be there. It's London South Central, and London Central. London Central won't cover it, it's Gatwick. But it's just London South or London South Central, so they're online. We're up in the air, you can see down there, look, nice terrain. Well, as nice as it's going to get in FSX, can't wait for the... I mean, really now, it's only 18 days until the flight sim, you know? 18 days. Right. I'm just sorting something out for my stream, by the way. Okay, so there's not really anything... I'm trying to get a stream count down, but I can't get one that's, like, exact. So it doesn't seem as if it's, go for the new flight sim. There you go, I found out how to do it, I just need to sort it out now. And also, we're just about to approach flight level 340 now, so almost at cruise. Done that pretty quickly, got a contrail behind us, yeah we have. So it's only minus 13 now, that's pretty good, actually. I'm trying to sort this out quickly. Right, there we go. I almost had it working, but I forgot to change. Wait, what it is? I keep trying to like change it. Right. Keep changing it and then messing it up. Right. Right, apply that. There! Finally, I got it working. I have it working. Right, browser capture. Yay! It worked! Alright, I'll just crop out some of the background. Cool. And that's now there. So I'll just make sure that's in the correct place. There. Cool. We have that working. We have it nice and working. That's perfect. So, do you guys like that down there? Looks pretty good, I think. Maybe a bit small, the text, no? I don't know. It looks okay. I did it pretty quickly. But when I've hit a flight 340, next stop is going up. We're sliding in this pretty much just straight line. Yeah, obviously. Oh, I've accidentally pressed B there. Obviously, yeah, I just threw that together quite quickly, so maybe the text colour maybe isn't the best, but I know how to work it now, so maybe for the stream tomorrow I'll be able to get it working fully, so that'll be nice. I think I would like to change from the text colours and things, but as I said, I don't want to spend the entire stream faffing around with that, so I'll do it off camera, because otherwise it would just be a nightmare. I'm here to talk about flight simming, not making a countdown timer, so I was just throwing together a short notice because I thought it'd be a good idea, so there we go. I'm not actually sure if it is actually 16 days though. I don't know, I put it in as the 18th of August, 0000, which I'm guessing is when it releases, right? Just 0000. So I don't know how accurate that is, but is it actually 16 days? Like, that doesn't seem like much, you know? Oh, whatever. But I think it's correct. I'll just wait and see. I put it in for the 18th of August, like the 18th day of August, so should be okay. No, whatever, we'll leave that. But yeah, there we go, that's now up there. I don't know how accurate it is exactly, but, you know, why not? Why not? Just in the nice little bottom corner. Hopefully it's not, you know, hopefully it's pretty good. Hope you guys like it. Some of it needs to be smaller though, maybe. Like a bit smaller like that. I quite like the background though, it's quite nice. So yeah, hopefully that's accurate. Yeah, you go. I've used another like thing that times it, and it is saying the same thing as this one, so I'm pretty sure it's accurate. So that's good. Probably just my maths that there's probably some logic thing, isn't it, that I'm just not picking up on. But anyway, yeah, I hope everyone is enjoying the stream. I hope everyone likes. Actually, I'll have a look at it on my second monitor to see if it's. Actually, I can't really see much because unfortunately, with YouTube Studio, when you start your stream, it only lets you see your stream in 360p. I'll watch it on my. I watch it now actually on the full thing, and it should be a bit better. But I hope everyone is enjoying it. Obviously, I watch it in the 1080p version. I hope everyone is. I watch it in the 1080p version. It should. Yeah, that looks quite nice. That looks quite nice actually. I'm happy with that. Oh, rip. I was on the wrong monitor there when I press escape. I just want to make sure it is actually, yeah, it's not full screen properly on my other monitor, but I think that's just because the aspect ratio of my other monitor is totally messed up. It's not accurate at all to what the other one is. But that's all fine. Yeah, there is officially a countdown. It's also really good for checking out my stream delay now. I can see the exact stream delay on the timer. So right now it's about 19 seconds. That's pretty good actually. It's about average. That's mad. It's like a good little way of checking the stream delay. But yeah, it's all fine. It doesn't look too massive in the bottom corner. It looks pretty nice down there. So yeah. Right, in terms of ATC down in Gatwick now then, I'm having a look, we've got still full ATC, I don't know what time they're going to be offline, so I'll have to see. Right now we're over France, just about to head over Bordeaux in about, I don't know how long, before Manac, so about 10 minutes time, roughly. Right, set the new speed in there actually, let's get everything plugged in for the arrival, so 110.9er on the ILS, 110.9, and 258 is the approach course. And the decision height is 396. I already know that, yeah, 396 for a Cat 1 approach minimums, so that's the wrong one. This is the wrong one. 396. There we go. And that's everything set up for a landing now, until I obviously activate the ILS frequency, which won't be for ages. We've still got a good way to go. Yeah, we've still got another 45 minutes of descent. Looks like we're descending quite early. That's because of the restrictions on our arrival today. We've got to be at 130 and 250 knots at Tal2, and then 70 at Willow, but obviously that is, we'll probably be skipping out Willow and D117V, but I'm not going to get rid of it. It won't actually affect our descent path, really. It just won't affect it, because it's, you know, even Tal2 to May isn't a very strong descent path. We'll just make sure that we're following it roughly. Make sure I get to Actually, to help, I'll set a restriction of 7-0 at Holly, because then when I delete the other waypoints, it won't mess up my descent path. Actually, never mind, I don't want to do that. We'll leave it. But yeah, we'll go May direct to Holly, like Holly direct to May, unless it's a need for holding, which there probably won't be, but we won't delete it just yet, just in case. If there is ATC when we get down there, they'll probably give us heading vectors anyway. London South's online now. They've only been online 10 minutes, so that means that by the time we get down there, they might very well be online. So that'll be nice if that is the case. But you never know. Who knows, really? We enter London's sector at Garmy. That's where we enter their sector. So if we're going to get any ATC today, it'll be after Garmy. There's no Eurocontrol today, no nothing. So Eurocontrol, I remember when we used to get them in the mornings quite frequently, but now they're just never online. Right now there's only 39 controllers online. It's just nuts. But oh well. As from today's the first day of Birmingham's Midsummer Madness, but we're not taking part in that, unfortunately. It doesn't start until 11 anyway, so yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping you guys like the timer. It's quite nice, isn't it, to have there? It's not long now, not long. I said I'll probably tweak the colours after I finish today. I'll definitely tweak the colours. I'll make a new one and put that into ABS, because that yellow is not actually that nice in my opinion. But as I said, it was the default, and I don't want to go faffing around with colours right now because, you know, as I said, I'm live doing it now. It's just pointless. For landing, actually, let's sort this out now. For landing, we're going to use an auto brakes 2, I think. Generally the better system to use auto brakes 2 on this plane. That's ready for landing. It's an 11,000 foot runway, so pretty long. And then in terms of parking down in Gatwick, I think we're going to use Pier 6. I think probably stand for 107, 106, probably 106. We'll ask for 106 if we get a choice. Everything else looking good. We're looking fine, so should be okay. But yeah, 482 miles left to Gatwick, so we've still got quite a way to go. What's that blue line there? Is that the course of like a VOR or something? Who knows? Honestly, who knows? That's how you tune, like, things like NDBs and ADFs and things. This is for VORs and ILSs, nav radios. I wonder what this is. It has PODG on it, so maybe it's not in the real aircraft. I'll keep it like that. I'll split it on by default. I don't think I'm changing anything though, so that's okay. I was wondering what this even does. Like, what is this thing? See, there's no weather or turbulence. There's a little bit of cloud down there now as we're above southern France, but apparently Gatwick is free of cloud. Or no mind, there's been a new weather report. Winds variable at 5 knots. QNH 1016, temperature's 19 degrees. Got a few clouds at 1600 now. Are they using 08 now? No, they're still using 26 left, despite the slight runway, the slight wind change. They are still using 26 left, so that's fine. Handy when there's an ATIS online, really. Because otherwise I probably would have gone with runway 08, because that's what the winds are suggesting right now. 0 at 5 knots. But we'll get some new weather in about 10 minutes from Gatwick, so that'll be helpful. In fact, I've just come in range of London South Centre, so I'll just request controller info. There's no estimated log-off time. Some controllers put that, not many to be fair, but some put an estimated log-off time, and it's quite helpful. But it does mean that if they go offline, we'll know when they go offline, rather than having to wait for Vatsim to update, which takes an age sometimes. Hello in the chat. Hope anyone watching, of course, enjoys the stream. Also, if you'd like, you can give your opinion on the new graphic we've got. I've just put it in literally about half an hour ago. But yeah, about the new Microsoft Flight 7. Can't wait for that. Should be pretty good. Oh, accidentally put that down. Yeah. I don't know why I always keep accidentally clicking over there, it's weird. Only 80 miles to Manac now. And then we're doing more airways then, more sort of turning all over the place. Not too long left to run now, about an hour and 10 minutes. Only, I don't know, I'll have a look now at how early we're descending. We're descending too early. But 444 minus 2... Rip. 443 minus 284. We're descending 160 miles out. Which is very, very... And it's not what I do, but it's obviously because of that restriction, remember? So actually, what I need to look at, I need to go to Tel2. I need to drop to Tel2. So that is 21,000 feet. So 21 times 3. We want to descend 63 miles before Tel2. So 14. And then 26. 26. At 30, that is 56. And then another 40, that's about 96. So it's only about 96 miles before Tel2. So it's about 30 miles more than we'd need to, but it's, again, that kind of thing. The plane doesn't always stick to, it doesn't have to. So that's fine. That is just fine. Yeah, hopefully all ATC Stay Online Ground has actually been online for 4 hours now, so they've kept that up for a while. In terms of Gatwick, I'll have a look at what's approaching it now to see if we're going to have any other planes around us when we land, so... in terms of, yeah, there's literally actually nothing approaching, which is weird. There's a plane from Berlin Tegel that will be getting there just like 10 minutes after us. Apparently. And there's a plane from Newcastle that's just 30 miles away, so... yeah. Looks all good. But yeah. 50 miles to Manac, a little left turn. There's a bit of weather off there. That's pretty far away though, so no problem. Don't even see it. I don't think the clouds really stretch that far anyway. We've actually got a Ryanair 514 Hotel going the other way at 35,000 feet, so that's fine. We might get to pass it. Weirdly, London MW Centre just came online as well. I don't know where they cover. I suspect London LTC MC Centre's online as well. There's a lot of ATC. How long did you learn? Oh, how long to fly this? How did I learn to fly the plane? Honestly, I watched a few tutorials. There's normally about an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of tutorials. That YouTubers do. Just search them on YouTube. There's absolutely plenty of them around, and then from there you can just sort of pick it up as you go along. It's like, you know, in a sim, if you do something slightly wrong, it doesn't really matter. It's just, you know, it's not like real life, so you can sort of learn just as you go along. And then also, if you have more planes, like say you have a 777 or a 787, you go into this, it's pretty similar. It's not the same. It's a little bit more manual, but again, it is just, I mean, it's not too difficult. And there's also things like little checklists down here that you have to help. And I mean, really, what you can also do is set up the plane in a takeoff state once, save that state, and if you ever feel like you just want to, you know, just get on with a flight and just employ the takeoff state. And then you don't have to set anything up, but obviously you have to set it up once, so... But yeah, I don't know, generally this is like an hour and a half, 2 hour tutorial. Normally adds up to, normally it's just like a YouTuber does like maybe a 6-part series, 5-part series on, you know, basically starting the sim to quitting the sim all the way through. So push, you know, start up, push back, flight, landing, all of it, you know. And generally, that if they have a playlist or something, and if you go through that whole thing, it'll generally last about 2 hours. So, yeah. You know, planes are, you know, they're not easy to fly, but they're not difficult. They're not too difficult, but it's not one of those sims. You know, it's not like bus sim where you can just jump in and go, right, this is what I do. It's a little bit more complicated than that, obviously. But yeah, the 737 is one of my favourites, I think, along with the Quality. The Quality Wing 787 is also a lovely plane, and to be fair, the PMDG. It is the PMDG, yeah. This is the PMDG 737. So it's a really nice plane. It's not the new one. It's not the NGXU that they did for P3D. Obviously, this is FSX. So, but I believe they have actually announced that they're going to be doing a PMDG 737 for the new flight sim. So I don't know when it's going to come out. Unfortunately, I think it will be about $100. So maybe £80, £90, quite expensive, but it makes you wonder though. They're charging like £80, £90 for the plane when the whole of the new flight sim you can get the standard edition for £60. It's like, really? And the new flight sim. I mean the deluxe, the deluxe premium comes with 3 airliners and a ton of other planes, and the standard comes with 2 airliners and a ton of other planes. So pretty crazy that you can get that for like between £60 and £110, depending on which one you choose. And I can't wait for the new flight sim. I mean, there's a little widget down the bottom left that is counting down the release. I am probably going to change that for tomorrow's stream. I literally just set it up half hour ago. So I'll probably change the colour and things, because it's not the best. Maybe the days, hour, minute, seconds is also a bit small. So I'll have a little look into changing it. So I literally just set it up like 20 minutes into the stream while we were in the air. Just like, yeah, why not? Do a little bit of tinkering, see if we can get it to work. And then I'll worry about fixing it later. I'm amazed it looks like we have full ATC down in London, right? But there's like MC Centre and MW Centre. I'm guessing it's for the Birmingham event that's on, even though it's not technically on until 11 o'clock. I guess maybe they're just because it's unusual to see so many of these centres up. Now the LTC centres, I don't really know where they cover, because they haven't got a diagram for it. They've only got a poster for the main 4 sectors, which I have. I'm going to make a left turn here and then just straight on after Tiraf then. Got 374 miles left to go, so not that long. We'll be descending in just under half hour now, and just shortly into our descent is when we'll first get ATC, because that's how it is. Right now in Gatwick, they've still got pretty nice ATC levels. We have had, okay, no new weather for Gatwick yet. I'm expecting some new stuff quite soon. Also, in terms of a plane that you can learn how to fly, at least the FSX Steam Edition, there is the Aerosoft Airbus A320, like it's the one that I have. It's not the professional version. It's slightly less detailed. It's still just like the real plane. There's, you know, it's just some things like failures are missing and little buttons aren't clickable, but generally it's pretty good quality. And there's a setup on there that you can, there's an automated checklist that you can have. It's very similar to actually the new flight sim. The new flight sim is going to have a checklist system, so you can turn on auto checklist and it will show you how to set up the plane, but a co-pilot can do it all for you. It's really nice. There's a ton of assists. I've sort of, you know, some YouTubers are allowed to post content on the new game, so there's tons of footage out there now that can actually help with what's actually in the game. Obviously, I'm not one of the YouTubers who's been granted access. I haven't even got the game. I did apply for closed beta access, but no. Oh well. But yeah, if you want to learn to fly, I think the new flight sim will probably be a pretty good way to do that. I mean, it does seem to need a fairly decent PC, because low settings again, from certain YouTube videos I've seen, doesn't look that awesome. But then, as soon as you turn it above medium, it actually starts to look quite good. So I think they've done it in that way where low settings can pretty much run on those machines. But then if you want it to look beautiful, you would need a little bit better of a machine. But really anything above medium. So, and it really, as long as you have a PC that's recommended spec and above, the game should easily look beautiful. The recommended spec isn't too difficult. Recommended spec is the PC I've literally got here. But I'm going to be getting a new processor in that in a few months' time. So that should be good. But yeah. Oh, I think that's the Ryanair actually, that we're seeing there on our TCAS. Cool, that. And so I'm also happy that Vatsim is big integrated into the new flight sim. That's the biggest like plus for me. But that was the one thing I was sort of thinking about when I won the new flight sim. It's like, hang on a minute, how's Vatsim gonna work? How's the livery designing gonna work? But it seems as if they have got a plan for all of it, which is really nice. It's also going to support VR apparently. Late autumn, they're thinking of making it VR compatible with a few headsets, but honestly I imagine VR would be really cool. I haven't got a VR headset, and I imagine VR obviously would require a beast of a PC to run that game in VR, but yeah. All looking good. I'm waiting for the new weather for Gatwick. It should have come through by now, really, but not just yet, at least. So just cruising along. I'll check our arrival speed. Actually, it has dropped slightly. So let's put that in. Yeah, just 23 minutes until the descent now, only 180 miles, so not too long now. So that's pretty good. Making a right turn now. Oh, that Ryanair is actually climbing now, randomly. Oh yeah, I don't know, apparently they are climbing to 370 at Lugan. That must be quite close to where they are now then. They're flying down to Ibiza. That's pretty nice. Nice and sunny. It was sunny in Reus. It's actually fairly nice down in Gatwick really as well. Partly cloudy, but not too bad for the UK, 19 degrees. So cloudy down there. I can't really see any bit of France at all. I mean, apparently the new flights, even the clouds will look nice. You know, but as I said, I can't wait to just get my hands on that sim. As I said, I'm going to have a week off streaming so I can test it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to have a week off streaming, test, look through all the features. Maybe I'll record a little bit of gameplay and upload it rather than streaming it first. Just for the first week. What I want to do is basically look at what we've got, because there's challenges and things, and I want to try and get a streaming series based around that if I can. It'd be nice. Also, they have now got the latest weather down in Gatwick. 230 at 7 knots, runway 26 left is still being used, although Active Sky has now got the latest wind. It's up to 20 degrees now. QNH is 1016. Clouds few at 2200 feet, so not too bad. Not too bad at all. Yeah, that's the thing. The biggest part about the new Flight Sim, though, is simply just, you know, it's the comparison. You look outside at this, and then you look outside in the same place in the new Flight Sim, you'd know the difference. And that's kind of, I mean, look at that terrain. It's not really, I mean, I do think this game is pretty amazing considering it's from, what, 2006? Is it? I mean, I'm pretty sure it was, yeah, 2006. 13th of October 2006. So, this game has been around many, many years. Many years. So, it's kind of, it's aged fairly well. Just the terrain is not the best, and it's 32-bit, so obviously if we were to do a flight that was longer than 10 hours, it would run out of virtual memory and crash, so but that's quite rare. Generally for shorter flights and anything that's even suitable, even a little pop to Dubai or a little transatlantic hop, it's pretty good with. But yeah, the new flights, the first thing I'm going to do probably is a transatlantic flight, because I'd love to test out the new ATC. And that's one thing I really want to do in this new sim, is the ATC that is in the game now is actually really good from what it appears to be in the trailers and things like that. I am spying out for full sort of airliner sort of content, so should be pretty interesting. There's tons of London centres online now. There's literally 5 different London centres across the whole of the UK now online. So we should get some pretty good ATC heading into Gatwick, which will be nice. I'll get my notepad ready. Always have a notepad when flying on Vatsim with controllers. Rip. I just dropped my pen. Obviously I'm not going to get ATC until well into the descent, probably about 28,000 feet, somewhere around there. At Garmy, that's where I'm thinking I'm going to get it. So we're not descending, of course, for another 19 minutes, so we've still got a little bit to go. Oh, look outside. miles to go to Ipapu. Just check the heading's pretty good. We're getting a very nice tailwind right now, going very quickly. Always nice to get a good tailwind, obviously. And that plane from Berlin is going to be there 12 minutes behind us. That should be okay then. Also, another centre, LSAS has just come online. Oh, that's Swiss radar. I was wondering if we might get ATC, but nah, it's Swiss radar. I don't know why they're even in range of us, honestly, but okay. There we go, 230 at 7 knots, the weather down in Gatwick, so not bad, 20 degrees, not 29. QNH is 1016, I'll just plug that in now on standby. 1016, there we go. And transition level, I believe, is still 7,000, it might have changed. $7,000. Inflation India. It is India. Nine miles to Rinso. That's on Unicom. That's exactly what message they're meant to be sending there. What, landing? Taking off? Oh yeah, ILS, landing. Right. So yeah, we're taking all the people on board back from holiday. Back there, we've been in the air hour and 1 minute. We have not all our total descent has actually moved earlier by 1 minute. That's nice. It was 9 o'clock. It's now 8:59. 11 minutes until descent. Then not long, really not long. And new ATC is popping up on this V-pilot list. I think we're just coming in range of Birmingham. That's why. Next waypoint is Ekras. We can get some ATC around Garmi, hopefully. We'll be descending after this next waypoint, actually, at some point. That's pretty good. As I said, I reckon we're getting heading after Holly, probably. It'll be like leave Holly at heading, whatever. Yeah, what will probably happen, we'll end up in Holly, and then they'll say leave Holly at this heading, and then I'll probably just plug in heading select to go direct to Holly, otherwise it'll start to do like an arc turn for some reason. But yeah, there's nice full ATC hopefully down in Gatwick, apart from approach and tower, so that's pretty good. I don't know how. Yeah, ground has somehow been online 4 hours and 10 minutes. I'm not really sure how, but that's long. They got like an estimate on how long they're going to be online now, or no? That's mad. They're actually streaming as well on Twitch. There's currently 5 planes on the ground, all departing in Gatwick. Okay. And there's our top descent marker. We can see it on there. Look. But yeah, should get some nice ATC then, Dak. Oh. For some reason, somehow the keyboard thing on there got stuck. Not really sure how. But it did. It's all fine now. So not long to go until our descent now, then we'll join the arrival pretty soon. We're descending quite early, but that's because of the restriction at Tel2 probably. But a pretty good flight this one, really. Quite smooth, quite nice. Should have about 40 minutes left to run now, just under. And obviously we will be descending, so I will probably knock a bit of time off our ETA when we delete Willow and all those waypoints that we don't need. That's adding probably like 20-30 miles onto our route. But obviously it doesn't affect our initial descent because it's still 130 by Tel2 either way. Doesn't matter. And that's how much ATCs on Vatsim actually right now. There's quite a lot in the UK, really, considering the time of day. I mean, even if it was like night time, this is quite a lot. So that's pretty mad. I don't know why. I guess it's just maybe because of the Birmingham event that's going on. I guess everyone else just fancies a bit of ATC today, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? We're going to make a little right turn now. We should get ATC somewhere around Garmy. That's where I'm expecting to get the little contact me from ATC. As long as they don't all decide to go offline at 9 o'clock Zulu. That would be pretty unbelievable actually, wouldn't it? There you go, we're going to make the right turn to Akiki now. that Birmingham event's starting a bit early. They're all going nuts down in Birmingham, but there's no place. They're starting like an hour early. I think everyone's just got a bit nuts, maybe. Everyone's like, yeah, why not? Right, since we're so close to descent, we'll set this down to flight level 130, which I suspect will be our initial descent marker. So that means we are approaching the time when we're ready for descent now. Almost ready. London North just went offline and Manchester Approach just went offline, so yeah, some controllers have started going offline, but you know, not yet in Gatwick, but you never know. Not long till descent now though, really not long. I'm getting closer and closer to Gatwick Airport now. Burning all that fuel. Yeah, we're making our descent in just 23 miles, no, a bit shorter than 23 miles, just before Akiki, so 16 miles. So not long until we start to make our descent down into Gatwick. Everything's all set up for landing now. Just check the landing speed has dropped a bit more. We're going to do a flaps 40 arrival as always. 110.9 and 258 are plugged in on there, and it matches up with the charts. Everything's looking fine and good then for landing. And in about 40 miles time, we'll turn this down to 40 nautical mile range now actually, because we haven't got any long gaps between waypoints after this, so that's fine. Oh, in fact, we're actually being told to contact London a bit early. 129.45. London Control, hello. Skyways 2058 with the flight level 340 inbound Akiki, and we're ready for descent.
Skyways 2058 London, good morning. Squawk 0304.
Squawk 0304, Skyways 2058. There we go. We're going to get told to descend now.
Skyways 2058, descend flight level 130, proceed to direct to Tal 2.
Descend flight level 130, direct to Tal 2, Skyways 2058. Okay, we've been given a teeny bit of a shortcut.
333, climb flight level 130.
We've been given direct to Tal 2, so that's quite nice.
Level 130, turn left, Audrey.
So we're now
333, turn
with
left,
ATC.
30 degrees.
Turn left heading 030 degrees, Audrey.
I'm just setting that so in case we need to go over to London, like LTC Centre. I'm not really sure if we will, but we may. So I'm just setting that in case. And we're 1,000 feet too high because we were just given a direct to Tal 2, which has saved us a little bit of time. I'm probably going to just, I don't know, I might just go heading from there, I don't know. I won't, obviously if we don't get clearance for heading, then I will have to just go to Willow anyway, so we'll I'll keep that on the flight plan for now, because as I said, it doesn't matter until we pass Tel2 anyway. Nice, we're getting a direct Tel2 though. Has saved us a little bit of time. Don't normally get to cut like a bit of a star, but we do today. It's quite quiet, isn't it, probably? So there we go. Yeah, down we go. Flight level 130 level by Tel2.
Lufthansa 333, contact London Control 127.1.
It's quite quiet on frequency. It's probably because there's so many other planes.
Speedbird 157, no further ATC in Belgium, monitor Unicom, good day. So yeah.
London, good morning, Speedbird 27803, 2.5 for 6,000 on Coxie.
Speedbird 2780, London Control, good morning. Climb now, flight level 330, when passing altitude 4,000 feet, proceed direct walk.
Okay, 330, 4,000 direct walk, Speedbird 2780.
Royal Rock 803.
Royal Rock 803, London Control, good morning. Runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff, wind 250.
Right, I've made up our, we've made up that, and by the looks of it, he's controlling Gatwick.
Climb now, flight level 17.
Because he just told someone that the clear for takeoff 26 left. Only Gatwick has a 26 left, so that'll be ground with our next frequency then. 121.8. That'll probably be our next frequency. Right, there we go. We've caught up with our descent path now, so this thing's just going to start doing quite a slow descent from here. Only 60 miles to Tel2 now. So this thing's just making its way down. Nice and easy. So we've saved ourselves a little bit of time. Probably like 1 or 2 minutes, probably save, maybe 3. Probably save more by cutting out that transition. Right, which probably won't follow.
Proceed direct to Sitet, Sierra India, Tango Echo Tango.
Direct to Sitet, Ryanair 7 Papa Romeo.
So yeah, we're just turning at a very nice 1800 feet per minute, pretty much, down to Tel2. Also, we were given a direct, which is pretty nice. Not normal, that, but yeah, we were given a nice direct, you know, little shortcut. Because why not?
Mark 803, airborne passing 800.
Royal Mark 803, thank you. Climb now, flight level 110.
Now 110, Royal Mark 803.
So yeah, it's nice to have so much ATC. It's a bit unusual for this kind of, you know, for this time of day, really, but I'm not complaining. So the UK does seem to love their Vatsim. So it's like UK, full ATC in Birmingham, Heathrow, Gatwick, and in the air.
Skymates 2058, proceed direct to Mayfield, Mike Alpha Yankee.
Direct Mayfield, Mike Alpha Yankee, Skyways 2058. Nice, we've been given a direct to the Mayfield VOR. So that's great. Right, execute that then, that's going to massively save us some time. This thing is going to have to catch back up with its descent path yet again. That saved us plenty of time. That's cut 7 minutes out of our route. That's pretty amazing. Because Mayfield is actually the start of the approach transition, pretty much. So that's really nice. We've been given a pretty massive short.
2058, continue descent to flight level 70.
Descent flight level 70, Skyways 2058. We're given a bit of a further descent. We do need to push this descent a little bit because we are 2,300 feet too high apparently, according to the plane. because we need to. I don't know, it's advised that we get to May at 4,000 feet. That's what it says on the charts anyway. And I believe that's what it says on the charts. Yeah, May at 4,000. So we'll see what they say about that. Obviously, we've only been cleared down to flight level 70 at the moment, but yeah. Pretty nice little shortcut there. That's very nice. Always nice to get a shortcut. And we're just trying to maintain this
803,
speed
proceed
now.
direct to Domok, Delta Oscar Mike Oscar Kilo.
Direct Domok, Royal Mark 8.
You can see that we're slowly catching up with our descent path, like very, very slowly. I don't know, even with the speed brakes out, this thing doesn't seem to want to descend anything past 2,200 feet per minute.
Speed brakes 2780, continue flying flight of 350.
Don't really know why, but yeah.
Royal Emerald 803, continue flying flight of 350.
350, request 39 if possible.
Royal Emerald 803, roger, climb flight of 390.
I'm 390.
You see there, 1,700 feet
Speed brakes
above
2780,
now.
continue flying flight of 350.
So we're a bit better now. What's happened to that speed bird? It's just not talking. What? I'm positive there's so many bugs right now. I think what it is because I'm loading. You know how I change a setting in VPilot
London 22780.
to load it in?
2780,
I have to go and take a look after a 4-day-old baby that I managed to conceive a few months ago.
Yeah,
will that be an early switch to Unicum?
Oh, I wasn't aware you had it. Well done, congratulations. Climb flight of 350,
But yeah, basically I've.
350, you're an absolute star. Speak to you soon, Ben.
But yeah, basically what I did was I don't know what. Oh yeah, what I did was turn the VPilot range down to 25. Oh, shut up. I turned it down to 25 miles, the range, because it was lagging in Gatwick. I think what's happening, 30 miles I turn it down to. I think what's happening is when traffic spawn in, it suddenly goes traffic, because you know when we were playing the 777 2 days ago, and it was saying like traffic not identified and stuff. I think what it was, it used to be set to 90 miles, and I never had it higher than that. So I think it's freaking it out basically. When new planes spawn in that are in mid-air, it's just freaking it out. But whatever. There's now only ground online in Gatwick, so that's no problem. But I don't know, hopefully it won't be too much of a problem for us.
Right, now 7 Papa Romeo, continue climb flight of 330.
Right, 15,000 feet, on with the seatbelt signs. That's the wrong signs, there it is, 15,000.
7 Papa Romeo.
And we're slowly catching it with our descent path. Very slowly. Done a pretty quick descent here, really, because of the every time something new spawns in, it's like traffic. It's just
Charlie Echo, no further ATC in France, Mono to Unicom,
Right now,
it's being very weird. It's being extremely weird. Right, I'm gonna turn up that thing now. I'm hoping because I got rid of the Bournemouth scenery, it'll help up to 50 miles. No, I'm gonna put it back up to the old total. Which was 90 miles. No, 80 miles. Because it's so silly. Because you can see, look, when they spawn in, it just says traffic. In fact, it's still doing it now, look, even though I've changed it. So it doesn't seem to make any difference. Back to 30 miles to go then. Because it doesn't seem to make any difference. And it's easy for me if it's 30 because it means less stuff loading in. So it saves performance. Don't know what's going on with it. It's being a bit strange, I think.
Unicom 122 Decimate, Ryanair 7 Papa Romeo, goodbye.
See, now we are actually approaching our kind of arrival. We're approaching 10,000 feet where we need to slow down to 250 knots. We are now finally approaching our sort of planned descent path. It's taken us like 10,000 feet to catch it back up, because this thing has been descending a lot slower than it could have been. No, yeah. But never mind. It's got there in the end. Right, down to 20 nautical mile range on here now. I'm going to arm the ILS, frequency 110.9 and 258. Just check our approach speed is correct. It is 136 at the moment, hasn't changed. So we should get further descent clearance pretty soon. I don't know how long, because we're only 4,000 feet now off 7,000. Obviously that's transition altitude QNH 1016. This thing's now going to ease off a little bit and slow down to 240 knots now. You can see it's actually caught back up with the descent path now anyway, so we're alright. We're alright. And it is now successfully slowed down. Very, very slowly, but it's slowing down at least, I guess. Oh, stop it with the traffic. It's fine. I don't know, that seems to be a more recent thing, because even when it was at 80 miles, it still said it, so it seems to be a bit of a weird, I don't know what's changed. Maybe it's something to do with Vatsim, although Vpilot hasn't had an update, but whenever a new plane loads in, it just says traffic now, and it didn't used to. It's being weird. Right, passing 10,000 longer the landing lights, and we have slowed it correctly to 240 knots now as well.
Line descent to this speedbird 506, holding at M1 at Mike 1.
Speedbird 506 on the control, good morning. Runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff, wind 250 degrees, 8 knots.
Clear for takeoff, speedbird 506.
Oh, we'll put back in the speed brakes now, actually. This thing's gaining a lot of speed. It's finding it quite difficult, I think, to do that properly, so there we go. That's better. Now, provided we're still using that restriction of 4,000 at May, although saying that, you know, looking at the distance to Gatwick, that 4,000 at May seems to be pretty good anyway. We'll see what we get given by ATC now. They haven't actually cleared us below...
Skies 2058, leave Mayfield heading 020 degrees, vector silence approach runway 26 left.
Leave Mayfield heading 020 degrees, vectors fly left runway 26 left, skyways 2058. Right, we'll set the heading to 020, we're going to be expecting vectors for the ILS. So after Mayfield we'll go heading select. What we'll do, we'll get rid of the restriction at Mayfield. It's not needed now. We'll let the plane just sort its own thing out, because you know we don't need a restriction at Mayfield now. It's saying that it's going to be at 4,000 at Mayfield anyway. Just without the restriction, it's a bit easier for us, and we'll just maintain 7,000 then until because obviously we're not using the approach transition, we're using vectors. So after we pass Mayfield, I'm going to go on to CF26 left. I'm just going to go direct there because we're using vectors, so should all be fine. Just let this thing actually I will slow it down a little bit more, I think. Let's bring in like 235 maybe, just to, because I never slow down enough in time for approaches, so if I just slow it down a little bit more, it's just 10 knots less than we have to slow down later on. Makes it a little bit easier for us. See there, we have now reached 7,000. We haven't been cleared any lower yet, so we'll just sit here.
This is speedbird 506 with you just passing through 3,600 feet.
Speedbird 506, thank you. Climb now, flight level 130.
Flight level 130, speedbird 506.
Skies 2058, descend to altitude 3,000 feet, Gatwick QNH 1016.
Descend 3,000 feet, QNH 1016, skyways 2058. There we go, and disable VNAV.
803, no further
and then
latency in
enable it
France,
again.
monitor Unicom, good day.
Unicom 1.
And this thing should just start descending, yeah?
03, and have a nice day.
However, it doesn't seem it wants to descend. It's just sticking to 800 feet per minute. What's going on? Well, I think it has got the message now that we want to descend. It's always a little bit of a delayed reaction, that. Right, QNH 1016, and down we go to 3,000 feet now. We're going to leave Mayfield at a heading of 020 degrees. We'll go 10. We'll go 10 on the speed now. No, 10 miles on the. Hang on, about 10 miles on the radar. So I can see things just a little bit more clearly. And we are now passing, just slowing down to 220 knots now.
Level easy 842, level 210, descending 140, level by Abton.
I want to make sure we're slow enough.
Under control, Roger. Speed at 506, turn left heading 040 degrees.
10 left heading 040 degrees, speedboat 506.
Well, we're slowing now. Down to 210 knots now, ready for the arrival. Because I just want to make sure we're not going too quickly, because I do that quite a lot. It doesn't end up well. And we'll plug in heading select now anyway, and we'll go to... why is descent path unachievable? It's okay to me. And now we want to go direct to the ILS, and then we want to plug in heading select, because we've passed Mayfield. So 020 on the heading now. And we're going to use vertical speed now to get us down. It's a lot easier using vertical speed. Because then I know how long it's going to take us to get to 3,000, and I know we should easily get to 3,000 at this. Okay, we've got a new plane spawning in, and this thing's just giving the usual rubbish traffic alert until it realises that the plane is nowhere near us in altitude or position. And then it calms down once again. It's very weird. Don't understand what's wrong with it, but whatever. Right, engine start switches into continuous. And speed brake and landing gear and flaps and all that stuff. Actually, let's go flaps.
Easy 842, descend flight level 80.
Go flaps 5 now. I could have done that a bit earlier actually. It'll help us there.
Speed at 506, report heading to London 127.1.
Report heading 127.1, speedboat 506.
I'll lead off the descent speed now because we are a little bit high.
Alan and Control.
A little bit low,
Good morning, Easy 583 with you, holding at Mike 1, runway 26 left.
Easy
it'll allow us to slow down
then. Hello, 26 left, cleared for takeoff, 250 degrees, 8 knots.
Roger, clear for takeoff, 26 left, 583.
I'm probably going to get a left turn at some point now.
Skyways 2058, turn left heading 350 degrees.
Left heading 350 degrees, Skyways 2058. Right, there we go, 350 degrees. You can see there he's vetsing us onto the ILS pretty nicely. We'll go flaps 10 now, help us slow down. Obviously I can't go any further than that or the plane will shout at me, so that's that for now. Landing speed is still 136, so that's fine. We'll go 180 knots now. You can see there that we just hit 3,000 feet there, so slightly early, but pretty good. Really. We're down at 180 knots as well, which is absolutely perfect for the landing. Everything's also sorted now for landing, everything's all ready. We have
Skyways 2058, turn left heading 290 degrees when established on the localizer, runway 26 left, descend on the glide path.
left heading 290 degrees, and when established on the localizer, descend with the glide path, Skyways 2058. Right, approach armed. We have been cleared for the arrival now into London Gatwick. I think the QNH just changed. No, why are we suddenly 200 feet lower than we should be then? Never mind. Right, we'll wait for the glide slope and the localizer and all that to end up with us. Ground altitude is 3,000.
Easy 503, thank
so
you.
That's fine.
Flight level 330. When passing 4,000 feet, proceed direct to Verl.
And we'll drop to 160 knots now for final approach speed. And we should be all good. Hello in the chat.
Roger. Up to 330, flight level 330.
And we should now get bigger. Here's the localizer and here's the glide slope.
Do something. When passing 4,000, direct to Thurl.
Both coming in at the same time.
Correct.
Where is it? There it is.
Skies 2058, runway 26 left, cleared to land, wind 250 degrees, 8 knots.
Runway 26 left, cleared to land. Skyways 2058.
Easy 842. Unfortunately, I have to close now. And monitor Unicorn 122.8.
Unicorn 122.8.
Oh wow, just as they're closing, that's pretty good.
Skies 2058. I'm closing now. After vacating, contact ground 121.8. Good day.
Contact ground 121.8 after vacating. Skyways 2058. Bye.
Easy 503. I'm closing now.
I'm going to maintain this frequency though. I'm not going to bother changing the frequency because,
Roger, over to Unicorn,
you know, what's the point?
Thank you.
What I'll do, I'll just literally change that and then head back. So there we go. Oh dear, how have I accidentally tuned Southend information? How has that happened? Right, never mind, we'll just ignore that. How are we on Southend's information frequency no matter what I tune? That doesn't seem possible, but you know. We'll just let that happen. Hopefully it'll go away after one round. Right, we'll drop it to 136 knots now. Actually still a little bit far out, but should be alright. There's no restriction given to us. There is the world's most glitchy scenery, the UV2000 Gatwick. So yeah, London South is now closed and we'll contact ground 121.8 after vacating. That was perfect timing, literally cleared to land and then went offline, so that's perfect. Right, everything's all ready for landing now, so we've cut a bit of time off our estimated flight time today, which is really nice. And we'll drop our gear once I know how long it is to Gatwick. Okay, we're actually 60 ME, so we'll drop the gear now. And that means we can then start getting the flaps out for landing. Because obviously, otherwise it'll shout at us if we do it before the gear drops. So, oh well. You can see it is now down, so we'll go full flaps now for landing. And then after landing 121.8 on ground, we'll probably vacate on Echo. Hopefully, or maybe Foxtrot Romeo if we end up going a little bit further. I'm hoping Echo though. That's what I'll aim for. But as you can see, now I've disabled the Bournemouth scenery, I'm getting 20 FPS, not 8. So I think it must have been the Bournemouth scenery combined with the Gatwick scenery that was lagging it out. That's what it must have been. That Bournemouth scenery, I think, didn't get on with this PC. I installed it and literally just when we flew in, it was lag. So I think that's what it was. It's okay now. Getting a little bit of gusty wind. I don't know, it's a pretty perfect headwind, but it does seem as if we're getting blown around a little bit. We're 4 miles out, so we can go ahead and disengage the autopilot. We are getting blown around a little bit. It's only 11 knots, but I can just feel the plane. Obviously, I don't have rudder pedals. I'll continue to moan about that all the time. Oh dear. But it is quite an important factor, really. But there we go.
1,000.
So we've been cleared to land. I don't think there's anything that's approaching us. There shouldn't be anyway. Gatwick traffic, Skyways 2058 on final runway 26 left. Gatwick traffic. Thought I may as well advise, even though we have been cleared to land, it's just easier. Because I don't want anyone getting in the way. Now weirdly, the scenery doesn't seem to be glitching out yet. So I don't know whether that's maybe getting rid of the Bournemouth scenery fixed here. I don't know, maybe they were clashing, maybe that's what was causing the lag, I don't know. I think it'll still glitch out now. It's normally based on the camera angle, is what makes it lag. So at certain camera angles, it's one scenery, and then at a different camera angle, it's another scenery. So as we get closer and start to flare, that's when we start to have issues. I'll try leaving the auto throttle in, actually, so that's what I've done, to see if it's automatic, like in the 777. I don't know whether it is automatic though, so I might have to flick it off at last minute. Minimums continue. Is this thing going to go idle or am I going to have to do it?
100.
Okay, it looks like this thing doesn't have auto throttle support. Right, I'll do it. Right, there we go. Idle it now.
10.
Oh, that was a wonderful landing. by getting rid of the auto brakes there last minute. No, not the auto brakes, the throttle, the auto throttle. That was an amazing landing. Best one I've ever done. Right, 80 knots. In goes the reversers. Can we make it for Echo? I think we just can. There we go, we just made it in time for Echo. There we are. And the scenery bug is still happening, but there we go. That was a wonderful landing. I've never done anything smoother than that. Right on the centre line, right on the touchdown zone as well. And then go, retract, speed brakes, retract, everything there, and we'll go ahead and call ground on 121.8. Disarm the auto brakes and
go ground. Good
all that
morning.
Goes off.
Speedbird 1 Papa Alpha information. Juliet 1016. It's stand 560. Request clearance to Antigua.
Stop the clock there, and we'll just wait for a space in the ATC.
Heading on holiday now, ain't ya? Speedbird 17 Papa Alpha, Gatwick ground. Good morning, clear to Antigua via the Nava 1 X-ray departure. Runway 26 left, trunk 1143.
Right, wait for...
We are indeed going on a nice little
space.
3-day holiday. It's clearance to Antigua, North 1 X-ray 26 left, 1143. Speedbird 17 Papa Alpha.
017 Papa Alpha, QNH 1016, call for push.
1016, we'll go, thank you very much. Speedbird 17 Papa Alpha.
Gatwick ground, Skyways 2058 with you on Echo.
Guys, 2058, welcome to Gatwick ground. Do you have any preference on Sanford today? Good morning.
Can we take stand 106 this morning, Skyways 2058?
Unfortunately, 106 is taken by an EasyJet. You can take stand 105 and 104 if you want.
Take 105 then, Skyways 2058.
Right next to the EasyJet, no way, Skyways 2058. Taxi, stand 105 by runway 26 right, Romeo and Kilo.
Taxi stand 105 by 26 right, Romeo and Kilo, Skyways 2058. Alright, down to Romeo on this runway then. That's pretty amazing there.
Good morning, Easy 8817, stand 1078-320 IFR to Ben Gurion with information, Juliet.
Easy 8817,
wait, I'm selecting the wrong one.
Good morning, clear to Ben Gurion by the Advent.
I selected the wrong gate, so we'll just let it...
left, squawk 0334.
What I'll do, I'll just reload it. Change.
I'm to X-ray, runway 26 left, squawk 0334, and squawk 1016 Easy 8817.
Easy 8817, read back correct, and when you get a chance, just confirm stand 107 and aircraft type.
Yeah, affirmative, stand 107 and 8320 Easy 18817.
Everything's looking
Easy
good.
8817, thanks for that time. And so you're at 17 Papa Alpha, go ground.
17 Papa Alpha.
Could you just say your stand one more time for me, please? Thank you.
It's 560, 561, one of the above.
One of the above, copy.
Same difference.
Selection issues.
Make a left on Romeo here.
Uh-oh.
So make a left here onto Romeo, then a right onto Kilo. So they go onto Romeo and then it'll be a right onto Kilo. Everything is all fine up there. Obviously we switch everything off as it should be, so fine. Wonderful landing. Can't believe that. It was a really nice landing, so that was great. But yeah, and the scenery doesn't seem to be too bad. It is glitching out, but at like a different angle. Well, maybe it's just the angle of the 737 cockpit. I don't normally fly in here in a 737, so it could be why. But yeah, I don't know why it happens, this weird bug, it's strange. But we'll make a right turn here on to Kilo, and then a left turn into stand 105 shortly after. And there's two EasyJets parked there. We should see stand. There should be markings on the floor, or not. Here we are, 106, and that's an EasyJet. 105 we're taking. So the next one on.
ECH Julian Alpha
105.
operation
Easy 82 Lima Dale to hold position for now after a Skyways Boeing 737-800 passes from left to right on Kilo for stand 105, stand 106. Push and start approved, facing east.
Roger 1737 is operations Alpha facing east. AZH Lima Alpha.
Anyway, now pretty good on the parking. We'll just make sure we're heading in a straight line. Just look at it a little bit closer and then stop. And cut the engines there. Pretty good parking. We'll connect the jetway now. So there's the EasyJet pushing back to the left. There we go. We're all parked. All good. Very good parking. No damps though. No damps, GSX. Oh well. It's pretty good parking. Right, request deboarding. And there we go. Hello and welcome everyone to Gatwick after a lovely morning of flying. Go ahead and open the doors. Open the cargo doors as well. Off go the seatbelt signs. Off go the fuel pumps. And we'll go ahead and get the ground connections. Wheel chocks are set. Parking brakes released. And ground power is connected. We'll go ahead and connect ground power. Off go the APU. Off goes the taxi lights. Off goes the beacon light. And everything else is looking good. Oh yeah, the elec gens need to come off as well. And the Pro Peats can come off too. And the packs, they can just stay in auto. So there we go, all good. All finished with, look at that, lovely flight into Gatwick. Bit of a weird connection on the jetway, a little bit too high. Why are the jetways always too high? They were too high in Heathrow the other day as well on the 777. That was quite funny actually. Whatever, that's that then. See, there's the EasyJet pushing back. Quite busy on the ground in Gatwick, pretty normal really. And there we go. I hope you guys really like the little flight sim timer I've got at the bottom left. I'll probably update the colours on that now and update the font size as well, just to make sure it actually looks a bit better. That yellow's really not the best. I like the background, but I think I'll change the font maybe to more like a black or red or something. I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll experiment with that later. And yeah. We'll go ahead and turn off the flight directors as well. And we will disconnect from Vatsim. Stop recording on here. We flew 671 miles in the end, so pretty good. No flying tomorrow. Tomorrow we are flying. Tomorrow we are going to be having some fun on Tower 3D Pro. So we're going to be at Gatwick Airport, so same airport we are right now. Going to be controlling that probably for about an hour and a half. See how long my voice can handle, honestly. It's constant talking when you're at Gatwick, but yeah, the estimate is about an hour and a half of controlling down in Gatwick on Tower 3D Pro. And then next week now, we're only doing 2 flights next week again, not really doing as much flying at the moment for the new, wait for the new flights and all that. But we're going to be, so next week we're going to be flying. We're going to be doing Gatwick Midweek Madness. We're going to be flying from Jersey to Gatwick on the Wednesday. Thursday afternoon, we're going to be taking the 737 from Manchester to Bilbao. Friday, Motorsport Manager as always. And then Saturday, instead of doing some flying, we're going to do some Tower 3D Pro. I want to show you guys Melbourne before the new flight sim comes out. I want to show you guys that, so that should be good. And then the last week, we'll do full flight simming. We'll do all flight sims. Before the new sim comes out. Not yet. Yeah. So that should be really good. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one.